Hi there. I'm Janet from dancewithjanet.com, as you probably know, and I'm sitting here in my cousin's beautiful yard in Orange, California, where there are orange trees growing all over, and lemon trees and lime trees, and it's so cool to walk my dog and find, instead of apples on the ground, lemon, limes, and oranges and grapefruits, and it's so cool, so cool. So the reason for this video is to give some reflections from my time here in California and why I am here, and address some things that are going on. And I am not really political by nature. I just feel compelled to respond to a post that I put on my page yesterday that apparently has triggered some political responses. So I did a post on the Dance with Janet Facebook page, and I said, these lockdowns may continue until fall of 2021. And oh my goodness, that sounds horrible. And it triggered a lot of responses. It is no secret, and in case it is a secret, I'll tell you right now, I'm not in favor of these lockdowns. I'm a capitalistic businesswoman, and I've been called to connect people through dancing. And that is kind of, specific to everybody being together. And so these lockdowns have totally impacted my connections with people, and I really love connecting with people and talking to people, and I have been struggling with loneliness and depression due to that, which is why I got in my car and drove to California, because even though I have housemates and I am blessed with housemates, I just really wanted to be with more people, especially during the Christmas time. So I did get in the car and drive 2,000 miles. Well, actually, my daughter graciously drove me, but I took a road trip, and I don't like to drive. And I came here with my dog, and Kavik's been here with me, and we're gonna do the same thing backwards and drive another 2,000 miles back shortly. Next week, I'm leaving on January 7th. So some people don't have problems with these lockdowns, and that's okay. I have made it clear in my dealings with people that everybody's opinion matters, and I'm okay with it, and I hope you're okay with it. Your opinion might not match mine, and that's okay. I am having trouble with the lockdown, so I did something about it. I am not happy about it. I think that people should have their own opinions in terms of, if they're comfortable, go out. If they're not, don't. Be smart. Take care of your fellow human being. Take care of yourself. That's my opinion. If it's not yours, that's okay. Still love you. And when I posted that thing on my page, it kind of opened a can of worms, and some people were frustrated. Most weren't, but the people who did comment did so quite vocally. And I had a comment saying that I was not being true to my philosophy of letting people say their opinions, and I think that I am, because I did allow that to happen. I do ask you to play nicely, especially if you're on my page. Be nice to each other, but it's okay, in my opinion, to share your opinions, and we are not all going to agree, because here's the deal. I've been married twice. I didn't agree with either husband 100% of the time, and that was the person closest to me. And I'm typical of all humans in that regard. So if you're not going to agree with everything that your spouse feels and thinks and says, how in the world can you be expected to agree with everybody in the whole world? Ain't going to happen. So let's just play nice and be nice to each other. Just to let you know what I've been doing here in California, I have not been, in my opinion, being irresponsible. I'm living here with my cousins. They have a motorhome in their driveway, which they have graciously provided for me to live in and sleep in. So we have time together in the home together during the days and evenings, and I have my time with Kavik and time to myself in the motorhome. If I go into a store for anything, I wear a mask. I do cooperate. Um, but mostly we're here, we're home. I'm not like going out to clubs. There's no clubs to go to, even if I would, and I wouldn't. So I haven't been like monkeying around and being stupid and exposing myself to all kinds of things. And I have a feeling that some people think that that's what happens, and that is not what happens. I just need my personal time to have some people around, and that's why I'm here. So just to let you know, I am not going to be like horribly contagious when I return. I will have been here for almost 3 weeks by the time I return to the Illinois Chicagoland area, and I have been, that will have been my quarantine. I'm here with my family, so not running around being stupid. And when I am in public at a store, like I say, I've got a mask on. Kavik and I spend a lot of time walking. As you can see, the weather is beautiful here, so even then, when it's cool and it's 65 degrees, it's still beautiful. So I can totally understand why people go and run away to better climates during the wintertime. So, all this to say, here's what's happening in California. I told you, not much. Hanging around the house and hanging around with my dog, walking my dog, doing virtual classes, online video line dancing. Not my favorite because I'd rather be with everybody, but we can't do that right now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm pivoting and doing virtual dancing. And for those of you who really, really want to dance, you're joining me. And for those of you who can set it aside during this time, you're not joining me, and that's fine. Either way is fine. I have to dance, and I have to have connection with people as much as I can somehow. So I'm doing what I can, and then I'm assuming everybody else is doing what they can and what it works for them. So in terms of lockdowns, that's where I stand. You don't need to hear politics on a page that's talking about dancing, so I'm not going to share them. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So my request is that if you do interact with the Dance with Janet Facebook page or send emails or whatever, that you be polite and nice and courteous, but feel free to express your opinions. And I might not agree with them, and you might not agree with other people's, and that's what makes us different. Especially in a dancing community, we come together because of our shared love of dancing, and we really don't have connections in other areas. Now, this COVID thing has brought out different parts of us because that connection for dancing is no longer there, because we can't be in person with each other as much. Now, I do still host in-person dancing, and when I return, I will continue to do so for those of you who feel comfortable. And again, we're not being stupid. We're in a big room, and there's space between us. You can wear a mask or not if you want, but it's an option for you. And I'm trying to provide lots of options for lots of different people, for whoever feels comfortable doing whatever they feel comfortable doing. That's my position, and that's how I feel I should operate my business, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, good. Hopefully this addresses some of your concerns about how I feel about lockdowns, how I feel about interactions on a Facebook page, how I feel about people talking to each other. I ask that you be kind and play nicely, and feel free to share your opinions even if I don't agree with them, or if I do, fine. I'm not going to say one way or another. We can keep that as a private discussion. And I am not monkeying around in California. I'm just trying to enjoy the fresh, warm air, recharge, and restabilize and renew my heart, because I miss you guys. I miss you terribly. So I'll be talking to you again soon. Everybody take care. Know that I love you, and I'm praying for us all. Good? All right. Take care. God bless America.